well, you can continue with your, like chat. I have not seen the chat. They never bring the chat out. So where do you chat on? Well, you just go to, yeah, Zoom group chat. Well, I seen. Okay, cool. Good morning, everybody. Can we put the group chat? Like bigger. Well, yeah, yeah. Okay, too big already. Too big already. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, well, we do not have a professional crew here. We only have like, um, yeah, a crew that whatever crew that crew is crew that we have. Okay, how is everybody? Like, well, yesterday, it's another boom day. Like for us in Malaysia. So like, like, well, have been discussed that like for now, for sure that like, well, Malaysia government have extended our uh lockdown, like to extend it another 2 more weeks. So we all the way until 14th of April. So I'm like looking at, like, well, looking at the rate that's going on, maybe like by uh at the end, we might be all the way until end of April. So that'll be a good, like, well, I don't know, man. Like 6 weeks, like, well, we are not going to be out there. So like, no joke, man. Like, well, it's pretty challenging to be honest. Okay, so well, let's see how does it goes. But I'm sure that like, well, we can get over it, man. Do we have 100? Like maybe we have 100 people already. Okay, 100 people is out already. So for those you cannot come in, please, like go over and check out, like, well, on the YouTube channel. So like, like, well, if you cannot come in anymore, okay, Ken. So like, like I will swipe across, to see that who's is on the video is in. So that who are you, like all this thing, which is quite cute. So as usual, hi Elroy. I seen Elroy face. you know, Maybe Elroy is the only owner. Like, well, we have bands is on. Like cool. Like, well, let me see who else is on. Remember this, yeah. We are running this. Like it's not for the popularity. Like of like Terrence Day. Like well, trying to be how to say um online celebrity or anything. It's more towards it's like a sharing session. Like well to get to everyone. Hopefully that everybody will stay stronger together during this period of time. Hi Val Ong. I see Val Ong now. Like so I hope everybody will understand that, especially that some of us, like well, if you are under the lockdown quarantine at home, it's not easy. Like well, so like we hope that we are here to able to share with you some of the information. Like well, like my experience that what really works for me over the years. Like and things like that. So I able to uh fill you up with some and like information and entertainment. Ha 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 ha. Okay, entertainment. Okay, let me see. So like like well, I cannot tell you that which screen am I on because I like well. So like if I on your screen, then like well, if I on your screen I cannot see you, then I'll jump already. Ha ha. Okay, no problem. Due to yesterday overwhelming response, on a lot of questions that being asked, you know, um, can somebody? Yeah, we already on YouTube as well. So like like if you too many people there, like well, you need to get onto the YouTube. Please get onto the YouTube. Okay. So like I prefer to get YouTube to view this way. So like like it's more exciting. I can see that some of you just wake up face. It's so funny. Which is like no problem. Don't worry. I will not judge. It is pretty normal to have a wake up face now. So like and some of you will be so funny that you doesn't know that I'm looking at you. So like if you know that I'm looking at you, you'll be like, aha. You got to understand that you look at me all the time. But maybe you think that attendance will not be on my screen. You are wrong. Actually, I'm swiping left and right to look at you and where are you, like, well, at your face. Some of you is a default face, like well, some of you is like trying to smile, some of you trying to figure out what am I talking about, which is quite funny, like well, but which is good. I like this way, like well, maybe we will extend, we'll further, like well, enhance our Zoom, like up to like more participants, like able to be in as well. Okay. So for those that you're not able to be in Zoom, you're on YouTube, like I can see all your words that you are typing, like hi everybody, like well, good morning, thank you very much. Okay, let's go. Let's get started, man. Let's get excited. You know, like what we have yesterday, there is so many questions. Maybe think about it, right? Maybe later I will open up, you know, like for some of you, continuously to type in some question to us. But we will choose because we realized one thing yesterday, a lot of question is around the same thing. So like, you know, like when it's around the same question, we are using up the space, you know, like, well, to answer to more different people, you know, which is we wanted to make sure that we're fully utilized. Okay, let's go. Yesterday question, you know, like, well, the team have, you know, like shortlisted top 10 question that they feel that they wanted me to share here. So like, you know, like, well, the first one is from Yuzi. Yuzi, you know, like, well, Yuzi asked the question on, you know, like, just curious, what sparks you to have the thoughts of doing video call sharing, you know, and Q&A session with the team? So like, this is a question from Yuzi itself. So if you ask me, before I'm doing this, you know, before we do this, we already live on Facebook every single week. So, and what really sparks me, because number one is the needs. You have to reach out to your team. The best way to reach out, you know, like, well, is running call like this. Okay, and trust me, right? Uh, Another few more. I mean, by the end of this, you know, like lockdown, I think we are very professional about this already. You know, definitely will get better and better and better because like when we first started, you can see my background is like shit. You know, like when we first started, that we doesn't know how to make arrangement. We are all over the place. But now it's getting better and better. What really sparks me, you know, and actually thanks to this, you know, like well, COVID-19. Why? Because this COVID-19, right, made me realize that actually, right, we can really run our business, you know, like well, in a different way as well. Really can run our business in different, you know, like methods. And I'm just thinking that now with this on, maybe I will able to reach out like everyone, you know, like well, you know, on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, you know, like everybody will have a one-on-one coaching like this with me. You know, now if because it is like you feel very personalized. You know, please correct me if you think it is not, but this is how I feel. Even though I'm sharing, you know, like well, with a lot of people that is listening, but you know, like, but the thing is that you are looking at the screen, you're looking at me, you are like interacting with me personally. So I think that is very good. You know, like well, you feel that I know I'm talking to you in person. You know, like well, I think that's really helps you. If you agree, please type something, you know, to show that you know, like well, you agree with what I say. Yeah. Okay. So I need you know, like well, some interaction. You know, just now we just try to do YouTube itself, but we do the YouTube. I realized that there's no interaction on the YouTube. So like I'll be talking like really recording and I don't like that because I don't feel good. You know, Terrence, you know, enjoy doing what he's doing is because you know he liked the interaction with people. This morning someone asked me this question. So like what do you miss the most during this period of time? What I miss the most, I miss the people, I miss the interaction, I miss like you know talking to you, I miss hanging out with you, I miss like you know like well um sometimes you know like well answering some uh very funny and very cute question from all of you. I think that is what I really enjoyed the most. So Q&A is like you know we will continue to share some topics, specific topic next time. So like you know on the specific topic session you can only ask question on that topic itself. So like you know we'll do specific and then we'll do some Q&A. And I'm just thinking how many session is enough. So, but I'm very sure for now it's supposed to be a daily session. Means that daily, this time you know you will see me live. So like at this moment we had decided maybe like 11 a.m. is one of the best time for everybody for this operation office. You know, like well maybe it's not so busy. The guy hit the field. Afternoon shift can come in. You know, like everything can take a look at it. So like you know, I don't know. You know, we will discuss with the owners, with the manager to see how does it goes from here. Okay. That is usually number one question. Number two question from Faras. You know, at the beginning of your career here, what makes you think that you can be successful here? Okay, the honest truth is, if you have seen my live video, yesterday on YouTube for Penang team, then you realize that I never think that I can, be successful here when I first started off. You know, I when I first started off here, my mentality is very straightforward. They told me that, you can get yourself advanced to become an old owner, can earn a 5-figure income. And that's only on my mind. So to me, it's like, if I'm able to get there, able to make the money, good job, well done, I'm achieving what I want. If I can't, then just change another job. Because this is not the only opportunity that available, in the world. This is one of the opportunity. Okay. So I never really think that I'll be successful over here. Even until today, do I really think that I'm successful already? The answer is no. Because I'm very convinced that I'm still learning. Question number 3 from Vania about excellence. When we give 100% and we do not feel that we get any return, does that mean our effort are meaningless? Absolutely no. Why? Think about it. What you get, what would you get? And sorry, I'm trying to adjusting myself. Oh, see like that better. When you give 100% of your, effort, and you are not getting the result back, what do you learn? You learn the process. I want to tell you, it's the accumulation of the process that get you stronger. It's not the end result to get you stronger. The end result will get the result, but if you're able to gather the skill set, the experience, the process, the knowledge in between when you're putting in the effort, that makes the difference. Because you know how to do it. It's not by accident. If you can repeat the process for 3 times, first time may be lucky, second time coincident, third time you are doing it, I will tell you that, that's it. Means you know how to gather the skill set for the rest of your life. Okay? So it would not be meaningless. Question number 4 from Ting Xuan, Singapore. What can you do to gain back the trust from a person? Continue to give. Continue to trust them. Maybe you need to trust, more and more times, just do it. If you really feel that, just like you love someone, if you really love somebody, you don't just give up. You continue to love. Okay? But make sure you love the right one. But building a team is easier. Sometimes you build a team, you can love a lot of people in your teammates. Okay, but love of your life only maybe one. Okay, so build a team, you can really just help as much as you can. Okay, just continue to trust them. So this is what I do most of the time. This is I'll continue to trust them. Even some of you, now, I'm very happy, especially today when I asked you to on your video. Most of you on your video, which is thank you very much. I'm very, very appreciate. I'm looking at you. Some of you don't know that I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you very serious looking at it. Some of you sitting in very well. You sit in your laptop, your computer, your phone, I can see that you're very focused, you put on your earpiece, really excite me, really excite me. I know when I say really excite me is because I'm having one-on-one with you. Think about it. Now TT is talking to you face to face. Oh my God, it's exciting, man. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit too excited. Okay. So question number 4 from Nuro. How do you practice mutual respect, especially towards your team and when you start to build your team? How do I practice? I practice to respect them first. And most of the time you will not get the respect when you start to respect people because, when you don't get the respect back, right? There's a few reasons. Number 1 reason is because people doesn't know what does it mean by respect. A lot of people doesn't know. Trust me. Okay, a lot of people doesn't know that, what are they doing or what they are doing, it actually is the right thing to do. So don't be upset. Let me ask you, let me tell you that, when you start to build your team, treat your people from the day 1 the same way until the last day. Because for me, right, over the years, what really helped me, to, uh, continuously to build and having a team like all of you out there, I think it's I always treat every one of you the same. I don't think that, while you are you know, like I define you in your position. I define you as who, you know, as a person, not your position. It's not about that, you know, like, well, you are a owner only, like, you know, like I do that, you know, like you are performing, you know, like, well, I do that. I mean, like everybody is the same. It's just that, you know, like those you are doing better, I will, I will spend more time, or maybe like we're having more time together. Okay, that's good. You know, like, well, number 6, Yvonne, get ready your question, huh? So like look like 10 question is a bit short. Get ready your question, you know, like, well, I know I mean like I'm excited, you know, like, well, let me see, you know, like this, like, you know, live on YouTube. This you cannot go and get into the Zoom. You're on YouTube. Anybody on the YouTube, can you please type something? Okay. Sorry, TT got a little bit excited about getting people to respond. Okay, number 6, you know, Yvonne, you know, well, you share an example to win a game. We first need to give respect to the opponent. Can you give example of how you apply this in our business? Okay, in our business, in order for you to win somebody heart, okay, you need to respect them first. Because if you do not respect them, they will not, you know, like, well, allow you to have a chance, or allow you have a chance to open up themselves to share with you or to respect you back. So sometimes to win a game, you know, to win somebody's hearts is not to take control of somebody. To win somebody's hearts is when somebody is willing to share with you about themselves. I've seen over the years, a lot of the leaders always misunderstand this point. A lot of the leaders always take the assumption of they are the leader, they can take control of their training. They are the leader, they need to make sure that everyone in their office, in their team have to listen to them. The answer is wrong. If you're leader of the pack, if you're leader of the pack, the leader of the pack, you know, is always can become a leader of the pack is because the team want him to become the leader of the pack. It's not because, you know, it's because having the team, that's why they are the leader. It's because the people, you know, like, well, recognize them as a leader. That's why they are a leader. It's not because they put the, you know, like the title, you know, like I'm the owner, you got to respect me. No, that is manager. We don't practice manager here. We practice leadership. We practice leadership. Okay? We practice leadership. You got to remember that. Okay? Okay, come next. Van from Singapore, you mentioned giving 100% best shot, but how do we differentiate it between desperate and desire? Okay, desperate and desire. I will share with you the few biggest difference is that one of it is like desperate is when you don't get result, you get upset. Desire is when you give 100%, you don't get the result, but you still feel happy because you have the desire to do well. Desperate is to get the result. Desire is long term. Desperate is short term. Okay, so you know some of the question I don't want to go into detail a lot of example because I don't want you to keep on thinking that, oh, like I want you to remember that's it. And I want to tell you, being desperate, is it good? No. Sense of urgency is good. Desperate is not good. Showing desire, is it good? Yes, showing desire is, you know, like positive. Show desire is when you yourself showing interest in something that you really want it. Got it? Okay. So like, you know, like, well, are you ready? Your question, you know, like, well, anybody already type it up. So I hope that, you know, I have the back end team to support, you know, to filter the question. Yeah. Number 8, Yao Guang. How do we educate this core value to our people? How to educate the core value to our people? Number 1, you yourself understand it. Okay. Number 2, you yourself practice it. Number 3, you share it. Understand, practice, share. So I can tell you, right? We have 600 people in our organization. A good 500 people don't understand our core value. A good 550, okay, they don't practice. And a good 575, you know, like, well, they never share. Okay, I hope that you understand that. So like maybe there are only a good 25 people that is like understand, you know, practice it and share it. Okay, so don't feel upset. Just try your best. You know, number 9, usually what time and how do you reflect on yourself? Usually what time? All the time. I don't have specific time. You know, like, well, how do I reflect on myself? I reflect on myself is when I share topic, when I do sharing with people. After I do sharing, during the session, like now I'm sharing with you, right? A lot of things that I talk about is a reminder for myself. It's something that I keep on reminding myself. Like I tell you to do something, I tell you this is the best way to work. I tell you to work on this side. I'm telling myself too. So this is when I reflect on myself. Then after that, you know, well, I will also look into it, like what have I done more, or what can I do more, what can I do better. Okay, this is how I do it. So that's why I always advise all of you here, you know, like, well, you got to remember always sharing, always give more to people. Okay, but if you keep on sharing the same thing and then, you know, like, well, do that without any more extra information, then that means that you are not improving. Yeah. So next, um, earlier you mentioned to give more than you take. What if you did and the other person took for granted or take advantage of you? How do you handle it? When you want to give more to other people, you know, you must be ready that people will take advantage. Okay, you like I said yesterday, when you give more, don't expect return. When you don't expect return, you don't feel people is taking advantage. Okay, the only reason that you feel that, you know, people take you for granted or take advantage of you is because you're expecting something out from it. So like since you are giving, people should take what. Okay, at least you give people willing to take. Let me tell you some joke. Some people they wanted to help people, people doesn't want to help by them. Some people try to share some advice to other people, and then but people don't want to listen. That's even interesting. You got it? You understand? So like, you know, how do I handle it? My ratio is like I help 100 people. If got 5 people response, I'm very happy. And only one person appreciate to me is already enough. I doesn't need the whole world to appreciate me, you know, like and to respond. You must be thinking, wow, like that Terence very hard. Um, if you continue to do it, you know, if you want to become an owner, you just need to help 75 people. 75 people, I sure you get yourself to ownership. 75 people, I'm sure you get yourself to ownership. Okay? Got it? So now, come, let's see. How do you monitor the performance of people that you have to lead? I don't monitor them. I set guideline and benchmark together with them. I set target, and then to help them, you know, like from step to step to review. Are they getting better? How are they moving on? You know, what have they been, you know, like well, add on. So like, you know, like I do not, you know, like well, micromanage my team. Most of the time, I always like, you know, let's set the benchmark together and let's see that, you know, how can we improve together as a team and how we work it out from there. This is what I do. Okay. So like now open to question is ready. So like if you have any question to ask me, come let's go. I realize that 10 question is only the maximum took 30 minutes of my time. So if you want a 1 hour session, I can do 20 minutes without any topic. Okay. So we roughly know. I have one question. You said before that success is come from mistake, but why do people afraid to making mistake nowadays? Is it because self pity or lack of confidence? Uh, Self pity or lack of confidence. I think people. Okay, it's because of most people upbringing. You know, when you're in school, right, or even you at home, right, when you're younger time, when you make mistake, what happened to you? You know, in school that your test, you know, you score, you know, wrong, you know, the teacher will ask you to penalize you to repeat to write the same thing, you know, like for 5 times, 10 times, 20 times. I still remember this is the old way of teaching. Okay, or maybe like in at home. So like if you do something wrong, your parents scold you, or some parents that will go be very abusive. They whack you, they hit you, and this makes you scared to make mistake. You make you worry, you know, like, well, what if I make a mistake and then I be penalized? It's because people are scared of being penalized. That's why they're scared to make mistake. Uh, I'm lucky that, you know, like, well, my parents, especially my dad, allow me to make a lot of mistake in my early days. So like, you know, actually that's really like helped me to build to who am I today. Okay. Come on, let's see from YouTube. What kind of standard, what kind of standard of you is called standard in terms of a person in building team? Whoa. Okay, the question, the way you frame the question, gonna frame properly. Even I read the question, I also confused. What kind of standard there, like my standard, I still cannot understand. So like, forget about it. You mentioned last time you were MLM, why is you self-employed, but why do you choose to go employ job after that? Hello? Listen to the story properly. I moved to Singapore, I get married to Singapore. You didn't go to Singapore so easy to just find a job and start employed. I wanted to, at that time, in Singapore, like, well, it's not my territory. Wanted to find a lot of ways to make money. It's not easy. So like, the best way, the fastest way, just to find a job and, like, see how does it goes. And also because it's my first job, I feel that it's curious, and then that's why I tried it out. And then, of course, obviously that it doesn't work out. That's why I quit. It's not doesn't work out, like, well, it's limited income. But when in Singapore, after I quit my job, right, my previous job, I still remember that I tried to look for something that I can earn more money. Actually, I did went to find, like, well, I did think about whether I want to be an insurance agent or property agent. But you know why I didn't do that? Or because they need to take tests. I feel that take the test is very, like, well, difficult and waste of my time. Actually, it's because I'm lazy. That's why I choose to do here. So like here, become a BA, don't need to take tests. Cool, right? Okay. So like, next up, like, well, please refer, okay, how to make sure team understand, apply greater on daily basis. Daily sharing. I just now already shared it. You must understand first, you must practice first, and then you must share. Only your people will follow. I reread the topic that you run. I'm still wondering about this. Give praise, take blame. You define more about take blame part. Like, well, take blame. Did I share that? Give praise and take blame. Like, well, I will say that, like, well, if when good things happen, it's always the team. When challenges or means that when challenges or maybe tough time, it always like, like, well, me, myself. You understand? Okay, it's always like me, myself. So like, like I will not putting the blame on other people when the project don't work out, but I will give credit to my team when we successfully achieve it. Okay, so next, how do you differentiate micromanage and caring? Micromanage is that you get people, like, well, to, like every step that what they are doing, they need to report to you, or you overseeing every step that they are doing. Caring is like you care on how are they doing, do they need help, please, like, and then you constantly advising them that you are here. If they need any support, they can come back to you. Okay, so how you make sure that you focus on what you need to do and don't get affected by other people, or cannot? Like, well, let me tell you, 90% of the time, nobody can focus 100%. So I know very well my focus level on running a topic like this is maximum 2 hours on the course so far. Okay, I have not tried to run 3 hour call before. I think most of the time in like, well, Friday call is 1 hour. And then these 2 weeks that I'm running, I can run 2 hours. I can barely focus. If you run more than 2 hours, done. I'm not focused anymore because I have something else to do. So what can I advise you is set your timeline on specific time, focus on specific thing. Don't try to at 1 hour focus 5 things. That 1 hour I focus this, and then the next hour I focus this. This is what I try to help myself over the years to learn. Like 3,000 go. If you one doesn't work, you go on the next one. Okay, that one is from Simon. Like, well, you want to ask, you just want to ask, yesterday you said 3 time trust, 4 time warning, 5 time buy. In terms of money borrowing trust, you do this also? Yes, I do this also. But the thing is, I only borrow people money when I have. When I borrow people money, honestly, from the first day, from the moment I decided to pass them the money, I know that, like, well, 99.9%, I'm not able to get it back. Okay? Because if I really appreciate that friendship, I will not borrow the money. If I wanted to borrow the money, I expect I'm not going to take it back. Okay? So I want to ask about attitude. If let's say that we're on the field, right? But at the time we have some problem, what can you advise for us to maintain our attitude and not think so much. I just want to ask you, we are on the field, you got a problem. Can you solve the problem while you're on the field? If the answer is no, then it's not run away from the problem. Put the problem, the timing to deal with the problem at 7 p.m. Finish your field and only go and deal with the problem. Well, this one I'm an expert when I'm on the field. I remember when I first started, I don't have enough money most of the time, like, well, when I'm on the field, like, well, the bank will call me, telco will call me, asking me to pay all the bills, like, well, and I always would tell them that call me back, like, after 7 p.m. Only I would deal with them. I said, now I'm working, I'm not confident to talk, you call me back at another time. May I know what advice would you give to someone who always keeping to himself because he's scared of people will not like him and hurt him behind his back? I think you can slowly guide the person, like, well, and you slowly, how to say, you slowly giving the person more trust will slowly help them to walk out from the darkness. And I want to share with you, I used to be an individual like this. That, like, well, I don't trust people. Let me tell you, right, before I joined this business, right, or when I first joined this business, when I first started, I don't trust people. Before this business, before I'm 30, I mean like 31 years and before, 31 years old before, I don't trust people. It's through this business that I read some book that I only started to learn how to trust people. Last time I don't as well. I feel that, like, well, most people, they are not good people. They will try not to, why would people help you? I don't trust them. And then, obviously, right, because I did that, that's why, previous job, everything, well, I did not really achieve far. So only I started off in this business, then I only read some books there. From the books that I understand. If you don't trust people, people don't trust you. So that's when I only started to understand why sometimes I cannot do something, people don't give me the opportunity. Because I don't trust them, that's why they don't trust me. That's why I always lack of opportunity. So that's when I started to get better. I would like to know, how do you empower someone yet also you are in control? Is it only by setting guideline to the team? Yes, you are right. Megan, that is the way how to do it. Yes. What is the hardest decision you ever had to make? More and more. Now is more hard now. With this COVID-19, every single day I'm making very hard decision. I want you to understand the business, the company, we can't maintain, well, if we do not make a lot of adjustment. Especially like, well, we have a lot of staff, we need to pay, we have our office rental, we have, like a lot of commitment. So I really need to make a lot of, like, well, decision. So like if you ask me now, during this period of time is very, very hard. So if you ask me in the business, what the hardest decision that I have to make? The hardest decision is like to take up some responsibility up. I think that is one of the toughest decision. Like for example, one of the things that last year when I'm on the verge of, like, well, should I get involved in Indonesia? That is one of the tough decision because it's not easy, man. Okay, what makes a person that don't have self-belief? How to practice having self-belief consistently. What makes a person of no self-belief? Okay, most of the time is the upbringing, surrounding, and like how the person is being educated. How to practice to have self-belief? Number one, you go to people that you like the way how their confidence level is. You stay and hanging out with those people more, it will help you more. Very straightforward. I will tell you, if you think that TT is very confident, right? And then you always hang out with me, you will also be confident like me. Because you started to behave and talk like me as well. Okay? So I believe I believe it's done daily or weekly, or now my review is done on quarterly. So for you, your review, if you are a new leader, please like, like, well, do on weekly. If you are really a senior one, means you're in the business for more than 6 months and above, you do weekly. If you already started to become, like a TL and above, you do monthly. I repeat one more time. If you are new people, less than 6 months, you do weekly. If you are a senior in a business already more than 6 months, you do monthly. If wrong. Why? Why? Correct. Weekly, monthly. Well, if you are new people, I would say that do weekly, correct? Daily very hard lah. Don't do daily lah. Daily you go crazy, man. If you are more than 6 months, right, you can do bi-weekly every 2 weeks once. You are TR and above, you can do every month. Like for me, I'm doing every quarter one time. Okay? So one more time. 6 months and below, weekly. Okay? 6 months and above, every 2 weeks. TL and above, every 1 month once. Okay. So well, how do I ask how you manage to control your emotion intelligence in a way to build your team? So having more self-awareness. One, to build emotional intelligence is having more self-awareness. You reflect, you aware of yourself more, and then your EQ will be better. Okay. What a core value is excellence. In your perspective, what are some habits that you practice in ensuring excellence? What is the habit? I always, if people do 10, I do 15. I always do more. If people do 10 sales, I do 15. I always do more. I think like to me, I always will give more result to ensure that I will guarantee excellence. But that's me, that's me, that's me. I don't force you to do that. Okay? Then like, well, whoa, okay, that's good. Any more question? Like, well, it seems like, like, now we know that, 1 hour we can do at least 20 questions. So like, please give feedback. If you feel that, like, well, a session of Q&A is also important as well. So like we can do Q&A, we can do topic, like, well, in between. So you will not feel that every time is listened. And if you have any specific topic you want to hear from me, you can ask, you can put it up to your respective leader of the pack to make the arrangement. How you maintain your attitude facing the most difficult challenge and our core, like our core value and how you pass them. So now, when you face a very difficult time, right, you got to understand you're not the only one that face a difficult time. So if everybody face a very difficult time, so like, it's your choice to choose what would you do during this period of time. You can choose to be negative and join the most of the rest of them to be negative, and then they will not get up from their darkness. Or you can choose this period of time to try to understand, to try to gather more knowledge, more like, well, information, more skill set, like, well, so where's the moment you have the chance, you pass to somebody else. But remember, practice it for yourself first. Is the solution hanging out with the right people to increase self-belief the same for people who are afraid to make mistake? Yes. Marie, yes, definitely. If sometimes if we are together, we are older, we make a decision, right? Whether we wanted to do this, or actually is good, or definitely I'm making the best decision. Definitely no. So like the thing is like we make a decision, we stick by it, we give our try for excellence. Whatever the result, it doesn't matter. So like if it's a mistake, we all learn together. But at least that you are not doing it alone, you're doing it together with a team. And if you choose to be people that you wanted to be, you're making a mistake. If like now, I'm partners with James. So we make a decision together. So like if it's a mistake and then well, wow, I have James together with me to bear the mistake together. Right? So like if his experience also decided to do the same way, then why not? If you are taking the same risk as me, and then like, well, if the risk that I take definitely is bigger than yours, ma. So like if you're taking the same risk as me, and then it's a mistake, then it's a mistake that we all bear together. Right? So like who got the more to lose is me, right? Definitely it will never be you. Right? So I always do it this way. Lah. It's a small tips that I can share with you. Okay. So like like, well, How do you learn to carry yourself better, behave the right way at the right time? How do I learn? Constant reminding. And sometimes, even before I go for a session, I will tell myself, okay, today I need to remember I cannot do this. Today I get to remember when I had too much of that, I need to stop. Today I need to remember, like for example, when I present or I running a topic, in owners meeting and all this, I always will repeat my sentence like you know. So like I will always remind myself, okay, today the speech I got to stop saying. Okay. Or like sometimes, like, well, I'm too happy, I go and party and all these things. So every time I'm too happy, I'll have the tendency to drink very fast on my first 2-3 hours. And then you cause me to easily get drunk, get high very fast. So I'll remind myself to pace myself the whole night, not trying so hard to go one shot and then at the end I die off. No. So it's like a constant reminder, a constant making mistake. I learn from the mistake, don't make the same mistake. This is what I do for myself. Just a simple question. How do you stop procrastinating? How do you stop? Put a reminder on your phone and then when it ring and then do it. Don't give yourself, don't accept any excuses. Don't accept any excuses. Why someone trying to share the screen? So like well, never give yourself any excuses. I think that is very important. Love this concept. Thought different country but feel so connected. Thanks, Simon. Simon, I mean like well, I really love this way as well. Because I can really see a lot of interaction. If we're going to try one or two more times, if really we got a lot more participants, we are going to upgrade our Zoom to more people. So like, like well, we'll have a big, I'll make sure that my house TV able to see everybody. Okay. So next up, just a simple, like no more already. Okay. So like good, like well, so everybody, like well, hanging out with the right people and observe what they do and how they react, copy, how they behave can improve we carry ourselves. Yes, you can. And you need to ask question. You need to ask when people behave some way that you don't understand or react some way you don't understand, you got to ask them. Especially that if you have a chance to hang out with me, right? If you sometimes you see that why I do certain thing. If you do not have a chance to ask at that very moment, you ask the next day. But I will always tell you that ask on the very moment. If you're hanging out, definitely you will. Okay? Yeah, correct. Like maybe Simone is helping you all as well. If you do not ask why things are being done the way it's being done, you won't learn. So you need to know how this thing works. Only you can, like know how to do it, how to use it the next time when you face the problem or the challenges. And that is what I did for myself too. Okay? So like any more last? Anything? Mm, anything on how to increase self-awareness and sensitivity? Uh Use your heart more than your eyes. Don't just believe on what you see. You got to believe more on your instinct, how you feel. A lot of time, what you see always maybe will give you, or what you hear, see, will give you the wrong impression in the first. And this is what the brain will capture first. So like how you feel, that, like, well, I think it's important too. I think that's what helps you, Marie. What makes you happy? How you define success? You must be new leader. What makes me happy? When I feel contented. When I feel that I'm contented, that's why I'm happy. I'm happy, and that's why I'm contented. I'm contented is because I'm happy with whatever the thing that I have now. So I don't focus on what I don't have. I focus on what I have. I'll give you an example. If like now T.I.G we have 600 guys, right? After this COVID-19, maybe we will drop to like 200, 300 of whatever the numbers. I will not be upset about the loss that we have. suffer. I will be contented and happy with whoever are still around, and focus to work with them. And this is, to me, that's how I define happy is. How do you define success? I define success is like, like how happy you are doing what you are doing. If you are really enjoying what you are doing, so like I think that's level one of success. Like it's not about having a lot of money that is successful. It's not about having a lot of house, a lot of like net worth. That means you are successful. To me, if successful, okay, it's like have a lot of wealth, but no health, no happiness means nothing. So I just want to share with you that health, wealth, happiness is very important. It all come together. To me, having health, happiness, and wealth combined, to me, that is success. Of course, like well, time. How to improve awareness toward others people? Like well, just now the same answer as Marie one. Put your heart, not your eyes. Is it hang out with the right people is to copy and understand their mindset and how they think and understand their perspective? Yes, of course. If not, then you hang out for what? Okay. Is it correct to say that, like, well, that if you copy the way you carry yourself, you also need to be able to provide and give first, right? Wow, that one from Dixon Chia. Wow, very hard. Dixon Chia is asking everyone, it's not me. Okay, you talk about instinct just now. How we know instinct that we have right or maybe just based on emotion? Very good question. Like well, you should know this answer better than me. Most of the time, like well, if the instinct that you make, if is followed by emotion, okay, guts feeling. Most of the time, like well, emotion will hit your gut feeling. So like people will say that why you do not, like rational. When I say use your heart doesn't mean that, like well, it's emotion. Use your heart, it can be like, like well, you sincerely care for people. If you sincerely care for them, whatever your decision you make is for their benefit, it's for their good. When you sincerely care for them for their good, if they are doing well, they are doing good, you will be good too. That is what I mean, use your heart. Don't use your eye to judge them. Use your heart to help them. A lot of people, they do not use their heart. They only use their eyes to judge them. Okay? So like, let me see. If I want to copy the way how you carry on, you all need to be able to provide and give first, right? You know, I think what Dixon Chia is trying to say here to us is like, first of all, if you wanted to have an opportunity, you need to show that your desire first. Like, for example, I have so many owners with me. So who can I spend more time with, or who will I spend more time with? If it is with the people that have shown the result and show more desire than the rest, those are the people I'll spend more time and give more to them. So like if people only give 50, I only give them 50. Of course, I need to give the 100 more. So I can't be giving everybody the same. When you work with so many different individuals, how can you work well with them to deliver more result? Great question. I work with everybody differently because they are all different people. I work differently is because they all have different target, different goal, different desire on the different thing they want to achieve in their life. So first of all, you must know what people want. After you know what people want, you help people to achieve what they want. Okay? Okay, great. Like well, so like like well, this is around like an hour. So like stay tuned. Like well, if we don't have this, like well, and then we're going to continue with jumping on the call. Like well, to do it for everyone. We make the decision to see whether I'm going to enlarge the scale. And see all these things, and then get yourself be prepared. I realized one thing. Most of you, like are always on the question on, like well, emotional intelligence, on how you behave and how all these things. Before I end this call, like well, I want to, I can share this with you. You got to remember, being a person is a whole package. Okay, if from your behavior, your attitude, our sales, that's our performance and ethics and desire that created our values, in ourselves, on how we form it up. So in order for you to improve your behavior and attitude, you got to learn a lot of different types of skill. It's not just asking the question on copying people, like it's one of the way. It's not the only way. Some people you can try to read books. Like, some books are able to let you define, they share their experience in their book. So like you're able to see that what you like, you pick it up. Sometimes you hang out with people, you may not need to copy your owner, be exactly like him, or don't be exactly like me. You just copy what you like about me, and you copy what you like about your owner. You copy what you like about that owner. So now, me, I am a version of like maybe like 20, 30 people that the books that I read, the TED Talk that I heard about, or the people that I hang out with, that combined to be a version of me. And I always remember to tell myself to upskill myself in a lot of ways. Communication, how to communicate better, listen more. Okay. I also, that's one example. Yeah. There's a lot. I also upgrade myself on leadership. Beside, giving more than you take, leadership is setting example. Leadership is like, like able to analyze and coming up with strategy. Okay. All these will indirectly, slowly help you to enhance yourself, to having the skill set and the mindset to be able to know how to handle your emotional, how to handle your feeling, how to handle, when you make your decision. Okay. And the last part is you need to keep on trying. Trying will help you to accumulate experience. Experience will help you to make better decision in future. So for those that you are in the business for a long period, I mean like for more than 2 years and above, I want to tell you, don't ever feel disappointed that you are not where you want to be yet. Because success doesn't define by the length of time that you spend on. Success defined on what you will achieve or what you want to achieve at the end of it. Until today, even I'm 11 years in the business, I'm at my position. Yeah, definitely it is awesome. But do I define myself as successful? Not yet. Because I really find that, how do I define? I think the day I will be very, I will say that yes, I'm successful now is when I have 100 of you making 5 times of the yearly income that you're making now. Then I think that, I feel that myself I'm successful. Okay. So like, I think it's a good one. I really love the call. I hope you enjoyed it and you gathered something for yourself. I really hope that, we can do more, like, of this. But I really need your response to tell me, to let me know that, like, this, you really gather something out from me. I'm not trying to get recognition from here, because I just wanted to understand that, like, um, does it helps? Does it, how can we improve on? Because I don't take this as a, like, uh, I don't want to own the credit. I just wanted to assist and help and give more. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody. So like, we will try to stick every day at least once. Like, maybe we do 2 times. We see how they go. Maximum is 2 times. Minimum is one time. Especially to help our Malaysia team there. Upcoming the Indonesia team on all the during the lockdown period. Jump in. See you. I love you. I see you very soon on the next channel. Bye bye.